The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Bills nothing.
To the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
To number 6.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he's able to put it through.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Hunt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of mystery.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Allen's pass intended for Dawson Knox. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Bills 7. Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. You can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's into the clear. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room. And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster gain and gets them whipped. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home. Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run with Sanders. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
I had to let my girl play. I had to go get some lead.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, as the first half is winding down, and the Eagles have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-15.
21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. It's perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and this one's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll fire one deep. They've got his man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That one is caught by Hunt. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And this this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by, and oh, he coughed it up. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 38.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
It's a
good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort. To bring this one out, it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They go play action with Hurts. He'll fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
That's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete
to Isaiah McKenzie.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
First down, Buffalo.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Allen's throw is complete, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Complete to
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Second and 3 at the 27-yard
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Operating from the red zone now. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
40-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory.
Today's final score, Bills 31.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll head